Hey, what's going on, Taco fan? So today, it's Sunday, still sneak peek weekend, but here's my deck list for Despia Branded that I played yesterday, and I went X1. Um, Unfortunately, tiebreakers, I didn't make top four because of it. There was quite a few X1s, so maybe we'll get it today, who knows? But quick discussion on some of the changes and with how the meta is going to be shaping up, especially with Vanadium picking up a lot more steam. So we'll talk about that once we get there. All right. And I'll talk about some of the changes I decided to make and stuff that I'm still experimenting on. So the deck structure is a little bit different now. So I'm playing 3 Aluber and 2 Quim. So this is my Dogmatica dash Despia ratio. I don't think this changes too much for me. I'm playing 3 Albaz and 1 Albion. So in the new list that I'm working on, I decided to cut Maximus, which, spoiler, I'm still playing it. Maximus. I decided to cut Maximus for a second one of these, just to have 5 Albaz names. Because I kept running into the problem of playing against Cash. Yes, we grind against them, but we could try to kill them. But there was some lack of some follow-up in the sense of red and stuff like that we play one of. So we'll kind of run through them a little quick, unfortunately, sometimes. So I feel like maybe second one of these just to have a higher chance of drawing an extra card every turn, and just being an Albaz is important, just having an Albaz. So something to try out. Then playing the 2 Cartesia, still like 2. I don't think you need 3 because I really don't want to draw too many monsters unless they necessarily do something. Play 1 Mercurier. I wanted to play 2, but no room, and it was like what I was talking about with the Shrouded Dragon, where we run through a lot. Sometimes you want to search one with the combo, and you also want to banish one so you can get a search later. For the Bestials, still play 1 and 1. I'm actually thinking about not playing these. I'm not sure. I feel like for the first turn combo, yeah, if we need this. But most times I keep Saronir because of chain blocking. That's pretty much why I play it. And it's still good. The 1 Maximus, but like I said, I will be cutting it for second Shrouded Dragon. So that's probably what this is going to be. For the spells, 3 Opening, 3 Nadir Servant, 3 Branded Fusion. Shout out to Keon for the ulti. And then Fusion Deployment. So these pretty much don't change. I don't think they're going to, even with some of the new support. I feel like having a Fusion spell is kind of important. I kind of wanted to play a Polymerization, but I don't want to play the Patchwork stuff because I don't want to give the deck a weakness to Droll that we don't need. But I feel like having that extra just Fusion card, just turn 1, is kind of good, especially if you open too many monsters. Playing 1 red and 1 high spirits and 1 loss. The super rares, it's cool, but you can't really tell the supers sometimes. But I feel like these aren't really going to change too much for me. I did consider a second red, but it was the same problem with the poly, where it's like, yeah, if I draw a bunch of monsters, but what if I don't have the graveyard to set up or a way to put something in the graveyard first? So I guess I'll try keeping it at 1 still. And then the 1 Retribution. And then for my non-ninja slots I started to go with, I'm still on the 3 books. Playing the 2 tactics. Well, the 3 tactic cards. The 2 thrusts and the 1 talents. And Fusion Duplication. So these are part of the non-ninja slots that I'm playing. I don't think I'm going to change them that much, because Book of Moon is still a good card. and I feel like people are still gonna be playing cash anyway, and it still helps you in that matchup. And then the last two slots to make it 40 was 2 super poly. I actually need to bump this to 3. I just got to make some decisions on what I want to cut. But this is one of the only things that help you in the Vanadium matchup if they have the full combo, without having to play a bunch of hand traps and stuff. Because, post side we do play, Droll and stuff, but we need this card, and you'll see why once I get to the extra deck. Alright, extra few changes I did make, but for the standard ones, 2 Jade, 2 Albion, 1 Lubellion. I think this is pretty good. I even consider a second Lubellion for something I wanted to play. And we got the 2 big bosses. We got the Sanctifier and we got Lenatus. I still think both of these are really good, even if there's not a big presence of dragons. There are some boards where people end on dragons, and they end on dragons with Appaloosa, so sometimes it's kind of good just to contact their dragons and then attack the Appaloosa, so you could play main phase 2. Then we got the Titanclad and the Rimbrum. This is probably not going to change at all. I think both of these are really good. I rarely summon this, but I mainly like using it for the graveyard, which is still good. Still on the 2 Dust Dragon. I think that's still important. Aquarius to go with the Dust Dragon, and sometimes I hard summon this too. And then for the last few cards, which are kind of important, so Chimera, I think this card gets a lot more value now because you want to try to draw a card, especially post side. And then for the new card, Magna the Reliever. So this card's actually insane. This card helped me win one of my cash matchups yesterday. So he takes a monster, especially from the extra deck, and a monster from the hand. So the reason why I wanted to play a second, Lubellion is because you could use Lubellion to make this. Plus you could use red to make this as well. So typically you go Lubellion, discard a card, you put the Lubellion back, so it meets the requirement for an extra deck monster, and then you put a monster from your hand, aka like Cartesia, something you keep getting back to your hand back, and you make this. So it has a neat effect, which is 2 good effects actually. The first one is very valuable because you target any fusion or polymerization card. It doesn't matter if it's quick play or not. You target it, put it to the bottom of your deck, and draw a card. So that's already pretty good. And its other effect is what helps us in the cash matchup. When another card or effect is activated, you banish a poly or a fusion card from your grave, and then target a card on the field and blow it up. This is how we break the burst now. So we can even self-trigger this ourselves. So say we go Mirror Jason for cost. We can use this, banish one of our polys or whatever, and then get rid of their burst, which is one of the things I felt like our deck needed a lot. And then the last card. This is the card that helps you in the Vanadium matchup. This is the Cursed Dragon. I know it's kind of weird, but this takes a warrior monster and a level 5 or higher dragon monster. And if you look at their end boards, they always have the Baron because they trying to negate your cards. They also have reframing, so most board breakers you can't use to break it. And they have Zulkin, and they also have, not Zulkin, Bishop Vulcan, and they also have the Crimson Dragon. So you can literally take any of their monsters on their board. So that's pretty much how we do it. And I mainly play this because Vanadium, and it's what I was sending with Nadir Servant if I wasn't playing against Vanadium, and I'll search Maximus and then banish this immediately. But this doesn't really have a relevant effect on the field, to be honest, because we don't play any Gaia cards, but it's just something we could use to summon against them so that we don't just auto lose. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck list. This is what I played yesterday, and I'm probably going to play something similar today. So let me know if you guys like this. Let me know what kind of changes y'all want to make, or if y'all are doing something similar. But yeah, definitely pick up that Cursed Dragon. It's actually a good card, and it came out of Difo, so it's probably not going to get a reprint anytime soon. So and it's really cheap right now. So, all right, guys, peace.